People have asked me for my take on the new Breitling Superocean, and some of them, I think, wish to see now a beautiful massacre. But I like the watch and I will tell you why in 2 minutes, but first let's go over the specifications. Important to know, the watch comes in 4 different diameters: 36, 42, 44 and 46 millimeters. I will focus on 42 because I think it will be the first choice for the majority of viewers. So we have an automatic dive watch with a case diameter of 42 millimeters, a length to lug of 48, thickness is 12.6 millimeters and the lug width 22. We have a sapphire crystal, glare proof on both sides, they state, a screw-down crown and a unidirectional bezel with ceramic inlay. The watch is powered by the Breitling caliber 17, COSC certified, operating at 28,800 beats, and it offers a power reserve of 38 hours. The watch is waterproof up to 300 meters and comes either on rubber or on a steel bracelet. And the price is indicated with 4,400 euros or 4,650 US dollars. First now let's speak about bravery. Role model for this watch is a timepiece from the 60s called the Superocean Slow-motion. It featured a second hand that was in fact a chronograph. The hand needed an entire hour for one rotation, so when enabled, the diver could see on the minute scale how long he or she was underwater. There was an indicator on position 6 that changed its color when that slow motion function was active. And is this function implemented here? Of course not. This is a gigantic lineup. With a marketing budget of this watch you could buy Cayman Islands, and so they went the conservative way. The second hand is a second hand. But we do see some bold design decisions here, and they are very balanced. What do I mean with that? Well, look at the gigantic square of the minute hand, for example, which is balanced perfectly by the block indices. The minute hand is rather short, but therefore it lets room for the nice blue dial we see here. Note also the size of the minute scale and the bezel inlay. They match size-wise. And of course Breitling will take a lot of heat for that gigantic minute scale. As said, it's inherited from the 60s slow motion, where this really was a main function, but the scale here reduces of course the size of the dial. But again, in a very balanced way. And I love the colors in this example. Navy blue together with that creamy off-white is just a pleasure to look at. And it's perfectly spiced up with the red tip of the second hand and the Superocean writing. My second favorite, by the way, is the mint colored dial. Not very versatile, but also a pleasure to look at. Note, by the way, that the models on these images are slightly older than the typical surfer model. Breitling know their customers. This in mind, the price for the Superocean seems moderate. Compared with the key pieces of other top brands, we see that Breitling stays on earth, so to speak. And now a quick step into the 46mm version, where I'd like to show you the bronze piece. Bronze is a trend, but you don't see it so often as a material for an entire case. We have a spectacular dial with that brown, really a root beer vibe, and then the caseback, which is also bronze. When you wear this watch in the summer on your naked wrist, you will have a green spot there. One can prevent that with varnish or stickers or a wet suit, of course, but overall it's a very special decision. Together with the size, it makes a very special watch, and I bet they produce only a tiny edition of this piece. But it sure is worth a second look, like all the examples of the new Superocean, at least in my humble opinion. And that was my take, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and see you next Monday to Watch of the Week.